Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Retro and you're watching part 89 already of my video game finds. We're nearing on part 100 and I need to think of something cool to do with that number 100. But for today, let's start with some stuff that I found at the flea market. All the stuff you're going to see in this part of the video came from the same flea market, and in total I paid about €100. So then you have a ballpark figure on how much it cost me. These are laser discs. I had never seen these before in the wild, nor had I bought them. I don't have a laser disc player and I don't intend on keeping these, but it was a nice set, has some really cool movies. Basically I bought these because they were cheap, they were in great shape, because as you can see the plastic is still on. This one's actually in the worst shape because the plastic is really loose. But they're all for resale. I don't know what they're worth, I don't know if they sell easily, but I just took a gamble here. So let's see which films these are. Blue Jean Cop. This guy looks a lot like Ben Stiller, but it's not Ben Stiller. Backtrack with Dennis Hopper and Jodie Foster. Platvoet en zijn vriendjes, which is in English. Yeah, I actually don't know. The Great Adventure or something like that. It's something that I recall, but not too sure. This has an English release. It's not a Dutch thing because it's a LucasArts Spielberg thingy, but yeah, can't think of the English name for that. You can probably so reply when you do. Top Gun, Number 1 with a Bullet with Robert Carradine and Billy D. Williams. Red Scorpion with Dolph Lundgren. The Dive, never heard that before. The Gate Part 2. Young Guns with Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland and Charlie Sheen, amongst others. Dirty Dancing. H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond, looks to be a horror film. Bronson Assassination, or just Assassination with Charles Bronson. American Gigolo, this is I believe where Richard Gere got his fame. Into the Night with Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Pfeiffer. National Geographic Secrets of the Titanic. Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme. This is of course the coolest. This is, in my opinion, the best Indiana Jones film, because this is the one that I saw first as a kid and had such a huge impact on me. I still remember them eating the monkey brains from the monkey skull and I was so grossed out. Then this is the last, no, it's next, not the last one. This is Hellraiser, and I've never seen this one. I heard about it a lot, but when it came out I was too young and I never watched it. And Rambo 3, of course, Sylvester Stallone. So, those were the laser discs. Then let's get to some video games before we take a stray off to something else again. You Draw Artist with the draw pad. This is not something I intend to use, but I'm gonna keep it because it does look really cool. It doesn't have the original box, because I do think this tablet came in an extra box. But yeah, for €5. Would you leave this laying there? Still in great shape, the tablet at least. And the game that's with it, the You Draw, what's it called again? Instant Artist. It looks ridiculous because it's just drawing, no real gameplay elements. But I'm not sure, but I'm like 100% sure there must be a Pictionary or something game for that. So I might hunt that down and use this for when I have some friends over or something like that. But yeah, again, for €5, why not, right? So, one PC game. Star Wars Empire at War Gold Pack. So this has Empire at War and the expansion Force of Corruption. Then one NES game, Turtles, the first one, with the manual. And of course a sleeve. Then let's get to something else again. These are two Transformers toys, and I don't know where they came from, but hearing this, he's talking about the Allspark, so it's probably from the movies by Michael Bay. This one doesn't really transform into something cool, because you still see that he's a robot. In my time, the Transformers really became a car or an airplane or whatever. They didn't have anything left resembling a robot. This one's a bit better, because it does really resemble a vehicle, but still his head is out. You can't pop that back in, which you could do with the old 80s Transformers. And yeah, it's not as high quality as my Transformers were back in the day. So then I have something that my mom found, actually. It's not from a flea market, it's something else. She was cleaning up the attic and she found these. If you were a kid in the 80s/90s like me, you must remember these. These were shareware discs that you could buy at your local toy store or your game store or whatever. And they had parts of games, or actually full games, that you could buy for like 5 guilders back in the day. So that's, let's say 2-3 euros. I played this so much. Blockout, which was my favorite on this one, and this one has Paganitsu. I'm still looking for the original release of that, and I'm not even 100% sure there is a big box release of that. That was an amazing puzzle game. This one has Micro Race, which is Micro Machines, I believe, and that's really, really cool, of course. And this one has Shooting Gallery and Galacta, and I think that's a Galaga PC version. So then, one board game. I did see more board games, but they were in really bad shape or not 100% complete. And yeah, well, this one is 100% complete because, as you can see, it's still sealed. It's Africa, and yeah, it looks to be quite a lot of strategy, which I love. Tactics, 8 out of 10. Discoveries, 9 out of 10. So less luck, more strategy or tactics. That's what I love. I'm not a lucky guy in games. For the PC, 2 more. Dave the Tentacle and Sam and Max Hit the Road Together, and Anno 1602, the Gold Edition. Then, Super Nintendo. 4 cartridges, nothing spectacular here. Killer Instinct, Mario World, Mario All-Stars, and another copy of Mario World. And then we're up to the stuff that actually was most... yeah, spectacular is not the right word. It wasn't something that you would get out of bed early for, but it was something nice. First up, an original Game Boy Black version. Don't see those often, works good. So, I got the box for free with it, by the way. Then a whole lot of Game Boy cartridges, and here are some games that I think are at least a bit rare. Haven't looked them up yet. Balloon Kid, We're Back, a Dinosaur Story, which is, I believe, quite a rare game. 24-in-1, Pokemon Yellow, Mr. Chin's Gourmet Paradise, also kinda gives me the idea that it could be a rare game. Mystic Quest. Then over here we have Dynablaster. Dynablaster on the floor. Solomon's Club, and this is 36-in-1. Another bunch is Mr. Nuts, Castle Quest, and Paperboy. And in the last bunch we find DuckTales. This is how many in one? 32. Super 32-in-1. Buster Bros, which I also think is not easy to find because pretty much all Buster Bros / Super Pan games are hard to find. Super Mario Land, and last one is Super Mario Land 2. And this is the box, the container. It's an original one because it has a Nintendo logo on it. So that was it, what came from this flea market. Let's get to the other stuff that came in this week. So this next stuff you're gonna see is all stuff that I didn't find at flea markets, but that I picked up online, locally, etc. As usual, I'm gonna end the video with a big bang, and trust me, this time it's a big bang. At least for me it is, and if you care anything about PC collecting, this is a big bang coming up. But first, some non-so-big bang stuff. Atari 2600 came with a couple of controllers and a bunch of games, and that's basically the reason why I buy these sets, because they come with a lot of games. Pac-Man, Moon Patrol, Stargate, Star Raiders, Tennis, Barnstorming, Missile Command, Mr. Postman, Crossbow, Mario Brothers, Space Invaders, Criminal Pursuit, Oink, Demon Attack, Enduro, and Pitfall 2: The Lost Caverns. This is a Sega Mega Drive version 2 with Sonic the Hedgehog Part 2 included. I got this as part of a trade, and when I got it in, I think this is actually a better version than that I have in my collection. So it's an upgrade box for me. It doesn't have the inlay, but my other version does, so I can make a complete one out of that. This typical box gets damaged really easily. Not sure if it's the cardboard or the shape of the box that damages it so easily, but yeah, I don't see these in good condition quite often. That's the reason why I don't have one. Also came with some games. Sonic 2 is of course in the box, but that's nothing special. Streets of Rage 2 and Echo the Dolphin. The box is a bit loose, but I can replace that with a donor. Then also in that trade came this for the Nintendo 64, Banjo-Tooie, This is Zelda Ocarina of Time and Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, and a complete copy of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, but this is the NTSC version, so the American release, not the PAL European release. Also 2 PlayStation 1 games, Metal Gear Solid. Oh, it was not stuck in the box, as you can see. And then Dino Crisis Part 1. There's also a Part 2 for the PlayStation 1. And also, in that same trade, a bunch of PC small box games. Carmageddon, Monkey Island 1, Prince of Persia 3D, Witch Haven, Full Throttle, Down in the Dumps, Mad Dog McCree, told you about this game before, liked it as a kid, Nocturnum, Crusader No Remorse, another copy of Full Throttle, Quake, and the last one is Half-Life Generation. The Philips Video Pack, also known as the Odyssey 2 in America, and these are some games for it. It's a plus game, Terrahawks, this is number 51. And then 3 of the Parker games that got released in cardboard boxes, Super Cobra, Q*bert, and Frogger. And then some PC big boxes. And we're nearing the end here with the big blast at the end. So here you see the PC big boxes. First one is Warcraft Orcs and Humans. It's a re-release black market version. StarCraft, Baldur's Gate, and the StarCraft expansion, Brood War. So, off to the last game. How do I introduce this? I had a question on Facebook asking who can guess this one. No one guessed it. There were some good guesses like Commander Keen, which I'm really looking for, but never saw until yet. But no, it's not Commander Keen. It completes a set for me. It's from an RPG series. It's a spin-off that's less known and really rare and also really valuable. And there's still games for it today, so they're making new games in the series. Let me give you a couple of seconds to think about it. Can you guess it? Reply if you did guess it. The Elder Scrolls Legend Battlespire. This is an incredibly sought after and incredibly hard to find PC game. It's in the Elder Scrolls saga, so it's a spin-off. It's not part 1, 2, 3. It's not like Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, so it's not canon, but it's like Redguard. It's a spin-off. This one is most hard to find of all the Elder Scrolls games. I'm really happy to have this, so now, because now I have all the original big box releases of the Elder Scrolls games. So that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Be sure to check out my other videos in the channel and subscribe. Also like me on facebook.com/drretromd to stay up to date on everything. And I hope to see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.